Hi, my name is Rebecca Johnson. My current roles include full-time EDS student at UGA. I'm in my fourth semester. Non-traditional homeschooler. By that I mean I outsource most of the courses my students take, from Northwestern Gifted Learning Links to Stanford University's EPSY program, to college campus courses. Um, so I basically administrate in a homeschool setting. I'm also an educational consultant. And I also tutor kindergarten through post-secondary, and that can include anything from helping students edit their papers to preparing for PSAT to reading, um, pretty much any subject. Mostly reading is my strength. I have a reading endorsement, and also just helping students, take them where they are to help them get to where they want to be or help them achieve or remediation, so forth. Interesting personal and professional insights. I'm passionate about bringing awareness to the struggles gifted students and their families often face. A lot of times in the general public we hear about all the benefits of being gifted, but there's also kind of a dark side, I like to refer to it as, of being gifted, and not only for the students themselves but also for their families. Just a lot of social emotional issues and struggles, overexcitabilities, intensity, that sort of thing, that just makes it, the family dynamic, a little interesting and not typical. And sometimes parents can feel isolated and not really know where to turn. So I like to bring awareness and just help parents normalize their experience. Memorable diversity or equity issue. During my time working at an inner city K through 5 school composed mostly of minority students, I was frustrated and saddened that there were no gifted programs or access to gifted programming, and no effort seemed to be made to identify gifted students within the school. It was not just an afterthought, it just pretty much wasn't on the radar, and it was really sad and frustrating. I felt that some of the students I worked with would have greatly benefited from such programs and would have been more motivated to learn had they had access to meaningful and appropriately challenging work. My most favorite aspect of engaging diversity and equity issues is exploring the many different ways students can demonstrate their ability through differentiated responses to assignments with consideration to the diverse cultural backgrounds represented among students, instead of using just a one-size-fits-all approach. So what I mean by that is just, instead of saying, do this assignment and make sure everyone does A, B, and C, and everything should look the same. Instead, just kind of give the assignment, and allow for differentiated responses using something like a rubric that just makes sure that certain criteria is met, but you might get a lot more colorful and interesting work and get a lot more insight into what students are capable of, where they are in their thinking, and it takes the limits off, basically, for students to be able to do that, and gives them the freedom to really be who they are. My least favorite aspect of engaging diversity and equity issues is stereotyping of students and expecting them to fit into the boxes created for them by others, and the lacking multi-level support needed to facilitate success for students with low socioeconomic status. I feel that often there are barriers for students with low socioeconomic status beyond just qualifying for an academic program. It's also being able to get to the program, being able to sustain attendance in the program, and I see these barriers as often limiting the participation of students with low socioeconomic status or with unique situations. So I feel like we need to do a better job of making sure we're supporting across the board all the little nuances that make it possible for them to participate. Thank you. Hope everyone has a great semester.